Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Foreign Correspondents Club of Japan. We welcome also those friends who are watching us online and also in the room. My name is Khaldoun Azhari. I was president of this club, and now I have the honor to moderate this event. I feel we are now in the future, and I remember that when I watched the Star Wars film, I remember only one scene that was many buildings, huge skyscrapers, and vehicles roaming the sky, full of vehicles. And I remember the comment, it was that this whole planet is one big city. And I was always wondering if the Earth will be like that one day. Some people might think this is very disturbing, but some others feel this is the way to go. And one of those pioneers who probably think this way is our guest speaker today, Mr. Tomohiro Fukuzawa. He's CEO of the SkyDrive company. He will tell us today about the global race for air taxis. Probably we have here the sample of his product, and he will explain more about it and about the plans and about the future. We are already in the future here, as I said, and probably our planet will become one big city full of such drones and vehicles in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, he will be speaking for about 20 minutes in English. That will be followed by a question and answer session in Japanese with English interpretation. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our guest speaker today, Mr. Tomohiro Fukuzawa. Thank you.
Thank you very much for kind introduction. My name is Tomohiro Fukuzawa, CEO of SkyDrive. Thank you very much for having such a good event to introduce our activity or our job. And this is what this is the mobility called SDO3. This is the third test mobility for us, and we had a demo flight last summer with this mobility. So one person ride here, and around it there are 8 rotors and motors, and with electricity it flies around 4 or 5 minutes in Aichi Prefecture, which is located in the center of Japan, between Tokyo and Kyoto. And after that, we are now developing flying car for starting business in Osaka and also abroad. So today we want to talk about our company and also the project in Osaka. So at first, please watch the video.
Find true freedom. A world where everyone can move freely. On land, at sea, in the air. Mankind has always sought that freedom. There's no question the world is progressing, and we're helping take it even further. In fact, we're taking it upwards. What we're pursuing isn't just a dream, it's reality itself. When the world's smallest air mobility vehicle takes to the skies, the world will change forever. No need for roads, no traffic jams, no waiting at lights. There are no flightless penguins there. Flying free, we will be the first penguins in the sky. We will launch a once-in-a-century mobility revolution. The proof that what we were looking for wasn't just a dream. So come on, beyond drive, SkyDrive.
Thank you very much. And at first, I'll talk about SkyDrive overview, and after that, talking about urban air mobility or flying car itself, and after that, relationship with Osaka and SkyDrive. And this is the introduction of SkyDrive. We started SkyDrive 3 years ago with engineers of automobile our drones, and also aircraft engineers. And almost all member is now developing eVTOL or flying car in Aichi Prefecture. And the number of employees about 100 now. And here's the partnership with our stakeholders. So, for example, we related with many big companies such as ENEOS, as they are preparing charge system, and also NEC, traffic management for aircraft, so that no aircraft clasp with each other. And also, Itochu company is promoting our product to the world. And those kind of companies are related with us. And our development area is in Toyota City in Aichi Prefecture. And we have a large space for testing, and we don't worry about our neighbors complaining about noise or safety. It is easy for in China to flying in city area, but it is very difficult for Japan in urban area, as many people are concerning about the noise or safetyness. So we moved to mountain area. So we have to walk more than 8 hours from the nearest station. So almost everybody comes to here with automobile every day, and we can test every time and every day here. And our products are two. One is air mobility, flying cars, and this is the third test flight model we started last year. And we are now planning to have a two-seater model in 2025 with air mobility. And the other one is cargo drone, heavy lift drone. So now there are many people carrying more than 30 kilograms weight in mountain area. So we want to support him or her by cargo drone. And those two products are our products. And this shows you how our flying taxi fit into the current transportation scenes. We want to use the air for daily transportation. If we use aircraft or helicopter now, we have to go to Haneda Airport or Shinkiba helipad, and it takes more than 1 hour. So it is very inconvenient now for our daily use of air. So we want to change it. And maybe many of you have already seen flying cars in science fiction movie like Star Wars or Back to the Future, but it haven't realized it yet. And now many companies with us developing those mobility in the world because new technology related with drone or EVs or automobile autonomy mobility is now coming. And this is a characteristic and advantages of air mobility with compared with other current aircraft. One is electricity. So we don't use any engines or gasoline, so we can make it low cost and low noise. And the other is, one another is autonomous driving. So current aircraft uses 90% autonomy system now. So it is very easy for eVTOL or flying cars to use it. And also, it flies vertical takeoff and landing. So we don't need big infrastructure, and we can realize door-to-door transport. Those kind of characteristics is very related with eVTOL's realization. And now, urban air mobility global total addressable market is made by Morgan Stanley Research, and it shows 9 trillion by 2015. So much more than automobile now. But it will start in 2023 or 2025. No company in global area have already released eVTOL or flying cars, and it will start in a few years. And with a more capacity of battery, and if we can fly more place by some rules or social acceptance, the market will more and more, I think. And our mission is to drive a once-in-a-century mobility revolution. So 100 years ago, automobiles or airplanes were introduced to humans that allows us to go anywhere we wanted. And after that, for 100 years, there were no revolutions regarding with transportation, but only improvement. And now, we will make a revolution with mobility. And like you saw in our video, it's a once-in-a-century revolution. And we are bringing something that changed our lives the way the internet did. So before we use internet in daily life, for example, when we call to someone, we have to line up to fixed phone, especially if there are many lanes around the train station. There are long line in front of telephone. But as we can use a mobile phone now, we can communicate everywhere, every time. And even though it is a mountain area or sea area, or there are no fixed telephone machine. And like that, and we are now using roads or train rail to move from A point to B point by walk, or if we carry some goods. But if we can use air transportation, we don't use any infrastructure like roads or train rail. So we can make less infrastructure, and it may realize digital divide without digital divide, and also a two-way on-demand movement might be possible. And as there are 10 or 20 years to start a smartphone, like now, after internet started, there are many steps we have to take for realizing eVTOL or flying car world. And now we are starting step 1. And there are about 400 eVTOL makers, and only 10 of them have already started a manned test flight, including us. And in Japan, only we have started already. We have started a manned test flight. And some companies abroad are already developing some mod eVTOL, and I must admit they are slightly ahead of us. At the moment, we've been developing two-seater eVTOL that's as safe as any helicopters or airplanes. And we have, for the last 4 or 5 years, we have made many test flight machines. And last year, we had a manned test flight like this. And there are 8 rotors or propellers. And if one motor or propeller or battery fails, it can fly continuously. But as it is not as safe as current aircraft or helicopters, we are developing it so that JCAB, or Transportation Division of Japan government, can give us a certification of aircraft. And in Japan, Osaka is seen as the first place for starting eVTOL or flying cars. And for example, in 2025, we have an Osaka Expo, and eVTOL or flying car is one of the biggest appeal point of Osaka Expo. And we have a long relationship with Osaka and had many events in the past. And last November, we started the Osaka Roundtable so that eVTOL will come realize in Osaka area. As we have to talk with port division or civil aircraft division, or also a police office division in Osaka area, so that many people can feel safe for eVTOL transportation, Osaka City and Osaka Prefecture top leadership is now coming through. And also, we are now having a project of subsidy project. And the 5 companies will jointly conduct a demonstration of drone flights over the sea for local residents, as well as an exhibition and explanation of full-scale flying cars and related technologies and service, and conduct a questionnaire survey too. And we will confirm the level of awareness and social acceptance of flying cars and verify the possibility of future business in next October. And last week, we had a partnership agreement with Osaka Prefecture and City, and strong leadership of Osaka Prefecture and Osaka City is now pushing ahead of our project. And partnership agreement detail is written here. Not only installing eVTOL, but also making social acceptance or establishing an environment of improved social acceptance of flying cars, and also making a installing of startup ecosystem in Osaka might be possible with this partnership agreement. And from here, we will go straight for 2025 Osaka Expo to start a flying car. And also, delivery drone has already started on sale in many mountains area or sea area. So with those products, we can get more data of the environment, and we will make a better and better eVTOL flying car to start 2025 Osaka Expo. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your presentation. We would like to open the floor for Q&A. If you have any question here in the room, please raise your hand and just proceed to the mic. Who would like to take the first question? All right. Yes, please.
Hello, my name is Hans Greimel. I'm the Asia editor for Automotive News. I understand that Cartivator or SkyDrive has originally some connection with Toyota, and that you had maybe some engineers or Toyota employees who are working on your project. Can you tell us a little bit about your relationship with Toyota, what it is now? I understand that they've stopped, their funding of the SkyDrive has concluded. Are you in talks with them to get new rounds of funding from Toyota at all?
Thank you very much for your question. Toyota Corporation supported us when we started this project, and at first they became a sponsor for Cartivator or SkyDrive, and now we have a relationship with them. But as of now, we don't have any event or relationship we can disclose now, but we have a continuous relationship.
I see. What did they contribute to SkyDrive exactly?
そうですね。we have a relationship with some division of Toyota Motor Company, but now we have no issues we can disclose now.
I see.
Yeah.
Who are your main investors now, and what is your total status of, let's say, capital or funding currently?
Okay.
今、一番投資している、投資家の方は、誰ですかと、あと、それと追従して、トータルの、今、投資額はいくらになりますかと質問です。
はい、Thank you very much. We have 3 rounds of funding, and with each of it, there are lead investor and 2 VCs and 1 DBJ, Development Bank of Japan, is lead investors, and they are the main stockholders without us. And the amount of money we have already funded is around $48 million かな。はい。Thank you.
You said dollars, $48 million. Just clarification.
48 million USD.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Next question, please. All right. I felt like
Okay.
who is the leading country and company in the field of taxis, air taxis or drones now?
Leading company.
In the world, I mean.
I see. There are many ways of flying air taxi. Some company are trying. Some company are having a very big mobility, like Osprey in Japan, and the length is about 100 kilometers like that. And the other is a very small one, and the length is about 30 kilometers like that. And thinking of it, for the big mobility, Joby Aviation in US might be the leading company, as they have already developed more than 10 years. And small size is Volocopter in Germany, and after that, SkyDrive is now approaching it, I think.
Yes, please. So you are third in the world, basically.
Yeah. Hi.
Bronze medal.
Rocky Swift with Reuters, just maybe a little bit more on that subject. With all these other companies developing similar technology in the world, what would you say are your competitive advantages? Like, why do you think SkyDrive might be the ultimate, winner in this race to make a flying car? Thank you.
Thank you.
スカイドライブの、まず、特徴っていうか、優位性がどこにあるのか、でさらに、これを eVTOL の業界でリーディングしていくためにどういった活動ができるのかっていうのをご説明いただければ。
はい。Thank you very much. At first, I think not only one maker wins all, like Facebook or Instagram on the internet world, but like automobile or なんかバイクなんですけど、motorbike. There might be some companies around the world in the future who is very strong in the world, and there are many, and also there are many types of eVTOL or flying cars, and our target is the smallest eVTOL in the world. And for example, as I explained about Joby Aviation, the size is very big and the weight is more than 3 tons. So it is very easy to go far away in US or in Europe area, but it takes so much places or areas to take off and landing. So it is okay for Europe or US area, but it is not good for Japan, as the size of land is very small, and if we want to fly helicopter, we have to go to Shinkiba helipad more than 1 hour from here. And as our product is very small, so it can land almost any building in Tokyo area, or gasoline station, or convenience stores, part location. So especially in Japan or Asia countries, SkyDrive type will be more affordable. Yeah, and as to make small eVTOL, we have to have much technology so that all components must be lighter, or all components have to be in a very small area. So we are developing such a technology related with other companies. Yeah.
Thank you. More questions? All right. Let me ask.
Yep.
When do you think a human will take the first air taxi? Can you give me time frame, like approximately, and where,
Okay.
according to your studies and
Okay.
research?
そうなんですかね。市場としてですかね。
市場として一番最初に、エアタクシーに乗り始めるのが、何年ぐらいかっていうのを。
Yeah, I want to know it too ですね。there are many companies abroad, and more than 10 companies said they will start in 2020, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, and no one has already started it yet. So every company say some of their roadmap, and some company does not なんかmake it too with なんていうのthey commit. So I don't know, but many companies are now saying that they will start in 2023 or like that. Yeah. So it might be possible to start this kind of world from 2023, I think. Yeah. Yeah. We are now saying about that 2025. So almost the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, please. Right.
So, Rocky Swift again. So, looking at your handout, I guess the area of this cop of your car would be about the size of 2 cars, 2 standard cars, right?
Yep.
So, at the end, I mean, it's still not. There's still a size constraint of where it parks, either at your home or work. So it doesn't really solve that problem of space. So at the end, do you think this, if it's commercialized, would be more like a taxi, like taking people and dropping them off? So ultimately, is the pilot driving the car, or is it like automatic, like self-driving?
Yeah.
I guess can you just explain how this would work?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. At first, thinking of helipad now, it needs 20-meter square area, so much bigger than space of eVTOL. So even though we have to have a few cars area, much better than helipad now, and you are true that we can't use door to door at first now, as we can only fly, not drive on the public road. And at first, we will make some flying point, and the mobility will fly from A point to B point or B point to C point, like that. And in 20 years, we want to have a automobile
wheel,
yeah, so that we can use public road too. And finally, door-to-door movement might be possible with it. And at first, we are now thinking of 2-seater model, and one pilot have to be there. But in 5 years, we can make autonomy system. As current aircraft is 90% autonomy too. And after that, autonomy transportation might be possible, I think.
I received a question online from a member Fred. He's PAC committee member who is
Yep.
organized this event. What regulations do you expect to see or should be made for flying cars?
お願いします。Sorry.
どんな法律が、まずこのフライングカーに対して必要なのかとか、どういうものが作られるべきかっていう質問です。
Okay. At first, as eVTOL flying car is an aircraft, and laws of aircraft is used for certification or flight permission, and also pilot license or like that. But an eVTOL flying car is a little bit different from current aircraft. For example, they are using electricity or they have many propellers or rotors and like that. So we are now talking with an aircraft division, JCAB, about how to change rules. But we are now making sure that we don't have to change law itself, but 施行規則law の下にあるなんか
It's amendment.
Amendment? Yeah. We only have to change amendment of aircraft law. So government and SkyDrive and other companies are making rule committee together 3 years ago, and now talking inside of it.
Thank you. I received other question online from Fred. Do you think this has a better application, I mean the flying taxis, for flying over the sea to small islands rather than on land within the crowded cities and between buildings?
Yeah. Thank you very much. And at first, thinking of law issue, we can fly anywhere except in the army area or airport area. But thinking of social acceptance or people's mind of safetyness, we want to start from seaside or over the river so that many people can feel safetyness. Yeah, but it is those kind of environment is different from countries to countries. So we are not only talking with Japanese government or Japanese company, but also other countries such as in Southeast Asia or other area. So in other countries, the timing of starting flying over the crowded people might be possible in the near future.
I have other questions online from Isabel Reynolds of Bloomberg News. How do you propose to tackle the potential problems of privacy and noise pollution created by having low-flying aircraft over densely populated areas?
Okay.
はい。まず、この、スカイドライブの、例えば、エアタクシーみたいなものによって、例えばプライバシーだったりとか、騒音の、問題が出てくると思いますけど、例えば、都市部でですね、そういった時にどうやってそういう、プロブレム、問題を解決するかっていうのが質問です。
はい。Thank you very much. Some people says when I change my clothes in tall apartment, someone see me or like that. But thinking of laws of aircraft, we have to fly over the building, so it is very difficult to see inside of the room from the eVTOL flying car at first. And if some denpa wave, electric wave, is mixed with other いたずらの電波とかでミキシングしちゃうとまずい、ね。
So the mix of like electric signals and with the sort of like disturbance of the signals.
Thank you.
Yeah.
might be problem, but it is very same problem with current aircraft too. So many possibility of problems of eVTOL flying car is same with current aircraft. So we are using almost same solution with current aircraft, I think.
騒音問題についてはどう思いますか？
そうですね。And noise level is less than 1/3 of that of helicopter. So if we fly more than 300 or 400 meters, almost no sound is here from above. But we have to think about takeoff and landing area as the noise is more. So we have to care about the place of takeoff and landing place. But also the noise is much less than helicopter. So yeah, I think more affordable, I think.
Thank you. We still have time. If you like any question, please proceed. Yes, please.
My name is Ayano Shimizu from Kyoto News. You've mentioned some of the advantages of having flying cars. Could you explain about it a little bit more?
Okay.
And could you also talk about some of the challenges you're facing in the development process?
Flying car versus current aircraft, right?
質問、アドバンテージっていうのは、他の eVTOL のと比べてなのか、他のモビリティと比べて。
Okay.
So it's the advantage to the actual mobility itself and how it can change the actual the world.
ありがとうございます。At first, noise problem might be much less, as more than half of noise from helicopter is from engine, and we don't use it, and it's smaller. The noise is only the noise of cutting air. Yeah, so much less. And also, as we can make small aircraft with electricity, and also electricity is more much better for environment, as we don't have to use oil or like that. And also, it is very easy to use autonomy, as for example, there are 4 or 8 or more rotors, and if we change the speed of rotor, we can change the なんていうの、姿勢。
So you want to change how you fly?
Yeah, how you fly easily. So it is very, very difficult to make autonomous helicopter, but easy for autonomous flying car, like drones ですね。まあ those kind of yeah, and まあ compared with airplane, we don't have to have a long takeoff yeah load. So less infrastructure might be yeah good point ですね。
あとチャレンジとなるところに関してはどうですか？
チャレンジ is まあ almost biggest challenge is safetyness ですね。まあ I don't think which words might be good challenges or to do or like that. So we have to make safetyness level with same with current aircraft. So we have to have a detail design and also having so much test with each equipment and also flying test with yeah mobility too. And also we have to get certification by JCAB yeah, to prove safetyness.
Thank you. All right. Let me ask about, you mentioned you are not allowed to fly over military establishments. Do you think the military is interested in your project? Do you have any plans to cooperate with the military in the future?
Yeah.
And what aspects you think these flying taxis would have in the military. We are sure the military have already, took advantage of this. But how about your company? Thank you.
Yes. Our vision is flying in our daily life なんで、our base idea is not related with Army section, but especially in Japan, Army is very having a good influence with some disaster happens, or and especially there are many bad weather in Japan. So we want to support it with a flying car, as this is more reasonable and also easy to take off and land. Yeah.
So help in the earthquake rescue and.
Yes, and also we can carry some goods. Yeah. And if we don't use with people, we can carry 200 kilograms bags or items with it.
200 kilograms, okay. Thank you. I received online questions from Fred. What kind of range you see these vehicles having, and what size will the vehicle grow to, and what height and speed and carrying capacity will these vehicles reach? Because of weight of batteries, will electric versions be practical? I think you answered some of these questions, but maybe you could wrap up. This data is very good.
もう少し、スカイドライブの、空飛ぶ車に関しての、サイズとか、どれぐらい飛べるのかとかのカパシティのところと、バッテリーに対して、エフィシエンシー、要するに、有効性ですね。どれぐらい、効率性が上がるのかっていうところも、もう少し、お話しいただけると。
はい。Okay. So, so we can't give internet members our brochure だからそうかですね。Please look at our internet site. So there are many details, but the size is around 2 vehicles size, and also flying capacity might be 10 to 20 kilometers at first, and also battery is now not only us but also automobile other section is making a better battery every year, and almost 10% efficiency is made possible every year. So like an EV, electric vehicle, couldn't go more than 30 kilometers 20 years ago, but more than 300 kilometers now. Our capacity of EV to a flying car is more and more. Yeah, by year.
スピードに関してはいかがですか？どれぐらいのスピードが出る？
Speed more than 100 kilometers per hour.
All right, thanks. Yes, I invite the residents to. All right, we still have time. Yeah, okay. We don't want to.
Rocky Swift with Reuters again. So perhaps it's on your website, but what do you envision would be the cost when this hits the market, and who's going to buy it? You know, and I would imagine it would probably be some sort of taxi service, but at some point in the future, how far in the future do you think before, I imagine wealthy people could potentially buy this and use it? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And I was in automobile company, and I know that if one automobile we make, it costs more than $1 million. But if we make more than 100,000 automobiles, the cost is much less than 100th, so less than 200万ぐらい。
2 million.
$2 million. So same with eVTOL. At first, the cost level is around supercar, so Ferrari or Lamborghini level. But we make more and more to realize the cost down to BMW or Benz level in the future. Yeah, and we want to make good social acceptance so that we can make more vehicle to realize the affordable price.
いつ頃この車が買えるのようになりますか？
そうですね。We are now thinking of starting a service of eVTOL with 運航会社
The operators.
operators of airplane. So we don't sell it to customers around the world at first. But in 10 years, maybe we can start selling to many people. But in that situation, more and more area is possible to fly.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. More question? All right, let me ask, do you accept press tours to your facility? We have in the club special committee for special projects.
I see.
And we like to, our members to go and film because I saw the clips. It's very good, but we have to take permission from you and broadcast it. And then everybody has the same. So do you think we could be allowed to have a tour for the FCCJ members and on the site we can film and learn more about your project?
We want to have such a time as our development team is sometimes very busy or concentrate on something, but maybe we can do something. Oi-san, how do you think?
Maybe after the event we can talk about it.
Let's talk.
All right.
Anyway, we are now based in Japan and we are talking many companies of Japan, but not so many people in abroad know about Skydrive so much, and we want to do more PR, to abroad, so that our product is very affordable or good effect in many countries abroad. For example, in US, GM or Ford had made very large cars in US, and it is very good too. But after that, after oil shock, very small cars is coming from Japan, and that is also good for some people. So our product might be good for many people in abroad, and we want to make a good chance.
Is there a possibility you have technical and technology cooperation with overseas companies or countries? Or now it's exclusively Japanese?
Now we are starting talking with company with abroad and also safe government.
The government.
With abroad, as we have already made the plan of installing eVTOL after flying test last year. So now is the timing, I think.
All right, very good. We still have maybe chance for last question, if you like. Yes? All right. Let me think. Now, I was expecting to see a display of this presentation of this vehicle. Do you think such vehicles are sold now for customers, consumers, just as a display for display?
Yeah, we have a display ですかね。
この、プロダクト自体を、顧客に、ディスプレイとして売ることはできるのかっていう。
ディスプレイセリングか。なるほど。We haven't imagined that, but yeah.
Because
we hope so.
you provided with your handouts something. I thought it's small flying taxi, but it's like holder for the iPhone
Yeah.
or for the phone, mobile
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
So I was expecting small one like this. So if you could.
Nice ですね。Yeah. In fact, we are talking with some companies like this. Yes. So maybe we can make some news in the near future, maybe in half years. Yeah.
All right. Okay, I think I cannot ask more questions. Last chance for last question. All right. I think you answered very well, and thank you.
Thank you very much.
You gave us good idea about the future,
Yeah.
and we hope that we will see this vehicle in 2025. But now I'm giving you honorary membership to our club for 1 year only. So if you keep coming, maybe in 2025 you will come with this vehicle
Wow.
and fly here somehow to the roof of the building. And thank you very much for coming, and I give you 1 year honorary membership to our club.
Thank you very
Please
much.
come again anytime and use our facilities.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you all, and thank you online,
Thank you.
and have a nice day. Thanks.